Every conversation is a negotiation, but when you come from the perspective of you already have, then you actually don't have to win frames, really. You have way more control over your own emotions. You can just say like, "Oh, actually, I have the things that I want. So I don't need to prove to you that what you think is right or wrong, you know? Like, yeah, you can just prove, like, to yourself, oh, I have, you know? And he who has will be given more. Got a halo. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, when you think that way, you have less to prove, and you actually can win more negotiations. You can win, or not necessarily win, but like spread your territory farther, because you can now say, hey, I am, um, powerful in the sense that like more people want to experience the frame in which you're under. They want to experience like life in that frame of like having. And when you can be like kind of a conduit for it, they aren't even like necessarily conscious because like they may have this feeling of you need to prove to me, like they have this stress like, oh, you really need to prove to me that I'm right, blah 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 blah. And it's like, no, I have what I have, and you can relax. And also, once you do relax, you will also get like subsumed into the frame, because not necessarily subsumed, but more like you're gonna be wanting to hang out in this frame because it's comfortable, and that it's like it has everything that everyone could want, really. The the frame of already having is a frame that like people will feel comfortable with, you know, even if they don't feel comfortable in the beginning, they start to feel more and more comfortable. It's like it's over time, and like time does it, you know, like the actions of having does it, but also the actions of the actions of no actions does it. The more you just kind of relax and stop trying to prove anything, and the more someone can walk away and be like, wow, this person really didn't try to prove to me that I was right or wrong. They just kind of like heard my perspective, like gave their perspective, or maybe just like didn't react, just gave the facts or whatever, and you know, let me put two and two together, because honestly, that's all we can do. Anyone else can put two and two together. It's like that's I feel like that's what kind of turns us off about each other, is that we get into these modes of like, oh, this person won't let me put two and two together. This person won't let me put my own world together. Have you ever been in a conversation with someone who needs you to like explain to them, I don't know, like everything, or needs you to prove something to them, right? Like so that they can like so that they can tell you why you're wrong, or like put their worldview up against yours, and it's like, no, dude. My worldview is like an ocean. It like subsumes everything, because it really is just like I have things, and things give to me, you know? Not necessarily everything gives to me, but, things I want usually come to me. And those who have continue to have, and those who have not, even the things they have will be taken from them. And it's like, it's just a feeling. It's a feeling of grace. Like, when you have grace, you have everything. You have all the emotions that you need. You have all the emotions that you could want. And people begin to feel comfortable in that, you know? And you really do have to prove it every moment. You do have to choose it every moment. You have to choose it often. And sometimes you're choosing it without even realizing it, but it helps to think the thought to like recenter yourself, you know? And other people will be like, you're stupid, or, you know, they will, they'll believe you're wrong, but, like, you can't really argue with results, right? And you can't really argue with the results, and everyone's human. Like, I go into feelings of lack all the time, and I used to a huge amount, and that's why I like went into this, and that's why it's like a really big deal for me, because going back into going back into lack, going to the feeling of not having, is pretty like dangerous for me, because I have so much momentum in that way. Like, I have so many neurons in that pathway, but I've just seen it, I've seen that when I feel good, when I feel the feelings of having, when I feel good and not desperate for good, you know, when I feel relaxed and excitement or enjoyment, it's like more things come to me. So,